All right, good day to you all. So what we have here, I want to do a video because I haven't seen this happen before, so I figured I'd just put one because I got lucky enough to be able to do something like this. I'm sure somebody else could do the same thing. They probably just don't want to, or doesn't matter. But I've got 4 suppressors here. They're all from Unknown Suppressors, and so this is a OG 6.5. Okay, you can tell because it's got the bevel, and then you could read it there maybe. I know the lighting's not good in here. This is a standard 30 cal OG. Okay, this is a production one. This is a prototype. This is the 8th prototype that I got, if that right there helps. I got that one because it was a smoking deal. I figured why not? It's going to go on my coyote gun. And then I have this one, which is the Reaper. And it's in the, I think it says it right here, 6.5 cap. So I thought it'd be cool. I haven't seen a video on it. Figured maybe I could just put one out. I don't have a whole lot of this stuff. But anyways, I'm going to shoot them all on the same guns. 2 different guns. I'll introduce them to you. That'll be next. But a couple things I want to show. And I don't know if this has anything, but I wanted to show this. I just noticed this. They have these rings. I think those are the baffles. That's just my guess. But you can see the rings are a little different there on that one. You can see possibly where the rings are. So I believe this one's got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 7 plus the end. This one has 7. This one's 6 in the end, and this one should be 6. Yeah, so it seems like they're at different areas. I know that I bore scoped the inside, and there was there's like supports or something in this one, same as this one. This one's a little thicker than that one. This is the standard OG, and it's heavier. Like, you can hear the difference. And this one feels very similar, but I think it might be a little lighter. I'm not sure. But anyways, and this one feels just really light. It's pretty nice, but it's quite a bit bigger. You know, the other thing I noticed on this one, I don't know if you can see it, but it's down inside there. It's not, that one you can kind of see the lip. That one seems like it kind of recesses back in there just a little bit. So anyways, I just want to do one right after the other, shoot them, and you can hear them. I don't know, just so you can see. This is all being done off an iPhone, so don't think this is any fancy equipment. This ain't no fancy. It's just comparison, so you can hear them all. I'm gonna show you the rifles here next before we get going. Okay, here we are. Let me introduce just the guns I'm going to use. So first off, yes, I'm a Sako Tikka fan, so that's what I use. I like them. So this is just a bone stock 16-inch 223 Tikka T3X. Nothing special. Just got a Trijicon Credo scope on it. This is our ranch rifle. We have some coyotes. If it's super windy, I will just redo this at a different day. But I'm going to try to do it without too much wind. All right, here we are. Here's the rifles I'm going to shoot. I'll just go over them real quick. This here is a Sako S20. It's a 24-inch barrel, 6.5 Creedmoore. It's the Hunter stock setup. If anybody's wondering, I have the precision one. So this was actually, I bought this as a precision, and I switched it to this setup. I like it better. So pretty much shoots the same, I just like it better. So that's all that is, no modifications to it. Completely bone stock, other than this a 5-round magazine, which is better than the 10 from what I found. It doesn't have any failure to feed issues, but it's got a Trijicon Credo 1:8 first focal plane on there. This is the same scope. This is a T3X in 223 Remington, 16-inch barrel. They're both threaded. 5/8 by 24. Something I want to note, because I have a 7mm that has been custom done, and the threads on these are a little different. They're just slightly shorter, just ever so slightly, than the threads my gunsmith did. And these suppressors, I'll show you, you might have to chase the threads if you have a custom thread job, because these right here at this very edge, there's, I don't know, it's kind of like a little bevel, but it seemed to develop a carbon ring. So swapping them back and forth between this one and that one and the Henry I have didn't seem to be a problem, but the threads on the custom gun that I had done, they were just a little long, so we had to chase the threads. Be careful on the thread tap you use. Make sure it's a good one and it's nice and tight, but chased just fine. And yeah, that's just something I noticed. So let me go get those cans and we'll get to the next bit. Okay, so just go over a few quick little things. So I'm going to shoot the 223 first, and how we're going to do this is I'm going to put the suppressors on. I'm going to have the chronograph set up, and I'm going to show you, what everything is, so you know what the speeds are and all that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with what they consider to be their loudest ones to the quietest. So that's going to be the regular 30 caliber OGs, and then the OG 6.5, and then the Reaper, and it's the 6.5. Now, just if anybody was wondering, so this one right here, because it's a prototype, did not have any ratings. They said some will be quieter and some will be quieter. Okay, so I don't know what that means, but I do know they said this was 133 out of a 20-inch barrel, 308, some LR 1 dash whatever ammunition. So okay, that's what they use. So 133. The 6.5 is a 6.5 Creedmoore. Forgot the length of the barrel. 140 grain ELDM. I don't know what speed, but they said this one was like 129. Okay, and then the Reaper was supposed to be 127. Okay, if you want to check me, go for it. I believe it was on the website. You'll know better, but I think just hearing the tone, whatever, I think this might help some people decide if they want them. Background just a little bit. The reason why I got them is because I want it short. This one's going on a dedicated 7mm, and so this will be the last time it gets shot on any other guns. It'll go on that, which is why I got this one to swap around, mainly for my Coyote gun, which is the 243. This one is on the 223 all the time, and this one's going on the 6.5 Creedmoore, and it will stay there. So, but this way you get to see it on a medium caliber and a small one. What we have is, this is like some factory MSR or something, Fusion, whatever. When I tested this on the other sleeve out of the 16-inch barrel, that gun specifically, it was averaging right around 3,200 feet per second. Oh, I'm sorry. This one was only running 3,000-ish, 31. These are Hornady 53 grain VMAX. These ones were said to run 34. These ones are only running 32. I'm sorry. So these ones are running 32 out of that gun. So they're just out here. I'm not gonna shoot those. I'm just shooting these ones. So, but you'll see the actual speeds. So you'll know, it won't really matter. Then the other one is gonna be just this garbage, whatever it is. I've shot it before. It was slow last time I checked. So it's 140 grain, 6.5. This is just some factor. I think it was like 2,500 feet per second last time I checked out of that gun, but you'll see. So, and how I'm going to do this is I'm going to put one on, and I'm not going to stop the video. I'm going to put one on. We're going to do 2 shots so you can hear if it's got a difference between one shot to the next. And then I'm going to thread it off and put the next one on, and we're just going to go right in order. So we'll do the prototype, this one, then the 6.5, and then the Reaper, and we'll go in that route. So you'll see them go on and off, and there won't be any won't be any editing or anything like that. So, and then this is where it's going to sit. Right here. No, it's nothing fancy. It's a bog tripod that's holding it up. So that's what it's going to be. So it's slightly elevated and just off to the side. If anybody's wondering, those numbers I gave you are based off, they said it was at the shooter's ear. So, and none of this equipment's fancy. It's all off of a phone. So anyways, here we go. Okay, just for some clarification, if you look down range here, so I have an open field pretty much all around me. I'm shooting into that. There's no steel, nothing down there, so you're not going to hear, you shouldn't hear a report. You should just hear the suppressor. If there's a little bit of wind, there's going to be a little bit of wind, and the only thing is the house to my right, and then it just drops down and goes to the river. So anyways, if you're wondering, that's what we're shooting at. So I'm going to put this right there so you can see. All right. And yeah, I'm going to shoot with some earplugs. They're hearing safe. I've shot those ones without it, and it seems totally fine, but I can't hear very well anyways. So that's the OG 30 caliber prototype. Not hot at all, it's just warm. Okay, OG, regular OG 30 caliber, this is the production model. Didn't loosen up, just like the other one. Sorry about the wind. Okay, OG 6.5. Goes from like 10 something ounces to 7 something ounces. Still tight. Okay, the Reaper. 6.5 cap. This is a direct thread onto the end. Well, nothing. It unscrewed off of it. This is actually the first 2 shots out of this thing, just if anybody's wondering. So I did torque them down, but apparently I need to do a little more apparently. So, but no baffle strikes, so we're good. Definitely feels a little warmer than the other ones, but okay. So that was the 223 one, and then let me get the other one set up, the 6.5, and we'll go from there. All right. So we got the Sako S20 on there, Sako, however everybody wants to call it, doesn't matter to me. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go from the OG prototype 30 cal to the production model 30 cal OG to the OG 6.5 to the Reaper, and you'll just get to watch me just shoot it all so you see it all at once. There's no editing. This is done on that on an iPhone. So okay. Just like that last time, we're gonna do 2 shots for each one of them, back to back, and then just swap them. Oh, before I forget, this is what the other speeds were. So this is the session summary of what I was getting. So it was 8 shots, and that's speeds I was getting out of those. So 62 grain, Fusion, MSR Fusion 223 Remington, if you were wondering. Okay, I'm gonna reset this, and then I'll get started here. Hang on. So 140 grain projectile. I'm gonna put this over here. I'll do the same thing for this one. These things are slow, just so everybody knows. Oops, okay. We got one in there. Okay. I think I like that one. Okay, so production model OG 30 cal. smoky. Okay, production model OG65. That one's a little warm. Okay, 6.5 Reaper. I could definitely hear a difference between the OG and the OG 6.5, as I said you probably would. Okay. Okay, so let's go back here. I'll get the sun just right. So that's what I got in the 8 shots. That's how fast they were going. So slow as you probably know. So anyways, there you have it. I could tell a little difference between these two. Back out a little bit. Between the OGs, the prototype, and this one. I'm not sure I like which one I like better. This one definitely seemed quieter. This one was the quietest from what I could tell. But you got it kind of standing off on the side. There was nothing to hopefully reflect too much noise, so you got to just hear it. And I hope this video kind of helps out. Yeah. Something I'll add, I didn't know this, so on the 7mm I just had chambered, I have a Bartlett barrel on it, and the gunsmith told me on these titanium 3D printed one, there's dust that gets in there, and he suggested that you shoot it through something like that or an AR, because they're full back pressure cans, and that titanium dust can blow back into the bore. How much, I don't know, but I trust the guy. He's done a great job on 2 of my rifles that I've had him chamber, and I'm gonna say he definitely knows what he's doing. Been in the President's 100, and so I'm gonna take his word for it. And I've always had great rifles that shot, you know, they hammered. They were great. They shot pretty much every bullet I could put in them. So don't need to go into that. But anyways, that's what he told me. So I'll tell you this one, it's only got the 8 rounds on it. This one has probably close to, I don't know, 60. This one's got probably 42. Oh no, this one's got a lot more than that. I shot this one the most. It's got close to 100. And then this one, I have no clue. This is a prototype, so hopefully it has a whole bunch. One other thing to mention is they're supposed to have a whole bunch of like sparks and everything come out of them. So when shooting them, one, they should kind of dull the sound and get a little quieter when they get carboned up a bit. And then that sparking should go away, which I'm thinking if there's powder in here, I bet you that's getting rid of it. So it should help keep it from going down your barrel, and eventually nothing's going to go down the barrel. You'll be fine. So, okay, well, there it is. Hope you liked the video. Hope it helps somebody out. So, have a good one. Take care. All right, guys. I figured I'd come back out here. I got to show you something. So, get this undone. I loosened it up previously, but I had made a comment about 3D printed suppressors having dust and everything in them, the sparks flying out, which is what they'll tell you. But see that right there? So, you know, I didn't know that until my gunsmith that I use. Harless Precision is who I use out here. Those guys are great. If anybody knows them, they do great work. So there's the, it's hard to see in the, let's see if I can get, there's a little right there. Look, it's hard to see, but looking inside, but there's that dust they told me about. So, I mean, it's not much. It's not much, but you know, yeah, if you gotta, I mean, those Bartlett barrels I think are expensive. 400 something odd bucks, 450 bucks. And you get one that's chambered real well, and you spend another $400, $500 on a chamber job, you know, from a gunsmith. You know, you got $1,000 into the barrel, and he told me to shoot it on something and get that dust out before I put it on one of my nice barrels. So I just wanted to share that. I'm going to do a recap of everything kind of quick, so that if you don't want to watch it again, or you just want to go through it and you want to hear all the sounds, you know, one right after the other. I'll do just a little edited clip at the end of this video so you can watch it, and then, you know, comment all the heck you want. Go on rock slide, but I don't give a crap. Do what you want. It's just for people to know. If you don't like it, I don't care either. So anyways, hope it helps somebody out there. Maybe not. Maybe I just wasted my time. Take it easy.